What's going on? What up? What's going on, guys? I'm just chilling out here, piecing out, thinking Cody thoughts. How I'm inclined to do. I'm sorry, poop frog thoughts. Haha. Um, yeah, I was thinking about Lorne Armstrong. And how he wanted to rape Kayla, who was a 13-year-old girl. Now, I was gonna pull up a bunch of pictures of her to kind of drive that point home, but if you guys follow my videos, you might see that I kind of am against spreading around the pictures of Kayla. I don't know how they were obtained, those photos. I don't know if they were staffers or whoever, but I just gotta think, man, like that's a person, and she's probably, she's real, and like so I just don't know, and that's a kid, and I just don't like pictures of kids with that context. Like I'm not like on a high horse, I'm not trying to like trip on anybody for doing it. I mean, obviously that picture is everywhere. You're not putting that mayonnaise back in the jar. You know what I mean? That shit's there. So anyway, without getting too heady about it, too weird. Like I just was thinking about when I was 13, and it seems like so long ago it wasn't even real. Like it was like, it wasn't even that long ago, prospectively, but like it's like at the same time it's like forever ago. It's like a dream, and like sometimes I fall asleep at night and I'm just like as I'm falling asleep in between sleep and awake, like I drift in my headspace back, to when I was that age, and I see my friends' faces and everything, and it'll be just some random moment on the porch, or fucking, in some fucking, I don't know, wherever, walking to school or whatever. And like I was a little kid. Like I have a picture of me when I was 12, and I was on like the all-star team for baseball, little league or whatever, And my parents still have the little baseball card. And I remember I was 12. I was in the 12-year-old age, so like I was looking at myself, and I just looked like such a little kid. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? It's crazy to think like that he wanted to have like sex with that, because at that age, right, 13, it might as well be 12. It might as well be 12. If you're 48 or 49, well, what's the fucking difference? I mean, really, once you're over like 25, it kind of doesn't really matter as much. I think it matters less the older you get. Like if you could draw that on a graph, you know. But I remember when I was in 7th grade or 6th grade or whatever, however old you are when you're 13. I think you're 8th grade is like the oldest. No, you're 14 in 8th grade, right? I don't know. I really don't. It's irrelevant. It's the same fucking age. And I remember being in junior high, like when I was in 6th and 7th grade, especially, like I wasn't even attracted to the girls then, like the 13-year-old girls. Like there was only a couple girls in like in 7th grade, and even no, I think 8th graders started like getting boobies. Like I don't know, but at the time, like I was not into looking at those girls. Like I liked high school girls at least because like they looked older and they looked more like women. I think as you're maturing sexually, you're drawn to women. Hopefully, you know what I mean, or men or whatever you're into, right? Like I'm not trying to shame anybody on like gays or straight. This is not that issue, not at all. But you would think you would usually the norm is to be attracted to adult body styles. So even back then, when I was 13, I was not attracted to 13-year-old girls. Let me drive that home. I was not really. I mean, I would think they were pretty and shit and have little crushes on them, but I wouldn't sexualize. I couldn't look at them sexually. I just couldn't. I didn't want. That's not what one. I mean, I'd seen like naked pictures of women and things like that, like, and that's what I wanted, like my friends, dad's whatever magazine or whatever, you get a hold of that stuff. You find that shit. I was a skateboarder, and like we wander around like fucking behind apartment complexes and shit like that. You find stuff like that outside, behind the liquor store, wherever you're hanging out, you know what I mean? Like when you're a kid. So yeah, and I would just like, I wouldn't be attracted at all to the girls my age. So that really is a certain level of depravity there, Lorne fucking Lynn Armstrong. It really, I don't know. I guess that just bothered me, and I had to share it, man. I'm not really, I don't really have a point other than that. But bam, just like, yeah, just think about that a little bit. I don't know if you guys on here are the same, like you men, like a crush to me is different than like sexually attracted to. I always had crushes on girls, even in 5th grade, 2nd grade, but I don't think back on that and go like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I remember how, so and so looked in 5th grade. Woo, I had a crush, and I had a big old crush on like certain girls, and like like fucking it was never sexual, like until I got like old enough where our bodies like matured and actually we were turning into like young adults, like where you could produce babies and stuff. Like when women are that old, to me, like it's like biologically available, like to as a young man, as a 13-year-old. I mean, yeah, as a 13-year-old, I just was not attracted to 13-year-olds, uh, yeah. And even now, like the older I get, like the older the girls are who look like babies to me, and I think that's normal. I think that's why like an old man respect like a young woman more than like a young man respects a young woman sometimes, because like you just see them as like children. Lorne, you're supposed to protect children, dude. You're supposed to protect children, man. Like that's what makes you a predator. Is like you take something weaker than you and you attack it. That's to me the definition of a predator. Like you could be many types of predator. You know what I mean? Like the government is a predator against the citizen. You know what I mean? It takes something weaker that cannot stand up to it, and it subjugates it. You know what I mean? Like the fucking rich do it to the poor. The fucking people that can get over, and like the fight against that is what makes us good. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about what makes people good or bad. I think it's not about being selfless. Everybody's selfish, you know what I mean? It's about not letting the bad outweigh the good in a situation. Like if I buy something from somebody, I should feel like I got a good deal and he should feel like he got a good deal. Or she, or whoever, you know what I mean? Like if a person makes a transaction with another person, it's sex. We should both feel like we got something from it. We should both feel like we got a fair deal and a good deal, and that we both thrived, or whatever. It should be mutual. Like, and nothing's ever equally 100% fair. But you shouldn't let that scale tip too much, Lorne. That's what makes you bad, or a person bad. I don't know. You know how I am. I'm of course talking out of the neck, and this video is too long. But bless you guys' hearts, man. And just take care of yourselves, and be nice to yourselves, man. Be good to yourself, because ain't nobody else gonna do it, man. Ain't nobody else gonna make you happy. You gotta find happy, man, and you achieve that by contributing something good in the world. That's how you get that good feeling. And you gotta hold on to that. Just hold on to it as long as you can. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we can like write that on a postcard. All right, anyway, y'all, man. Bruh!